Hello everyone, Treecks here, and welcome to the spooky town of Treecks. Welcome to EarthBound Part 10. Last time we entered this town, found out this place is kinda cursed. In fact, there's a new enemy right over here, so might as well engage them immediately to show them off as well. And then it's immediately moving on to the story. Finding out how we need to progress. Also something that needs to happen here at the graveyard. A spooky town and then entering a graveyard. Horror at its finest. Let's go see what kind of enemies we can actually face here. These are actually puppet-like foes. As you can see, they're attached to strings. Also ghost-type enemies. So be careful for their status ailments. And that attack was useless because he immediately healed again. I'm pretty sure, unlike the more traditional ghost enemies, these guys attack a little bit more normally. But they can actually use a lot of magic, most of all healing magic, as you can see. Or hypnosis. And we're asleep. Oh, but not for long. Luckily. The hypnosis only lasted for one turn. So, let's freeze you to death. There we go. More than 100 damage. And that is also enough. Okay. Level 16 for Paula. Still 4 levels behind Ness, but she's also climbing up the ladder of becoming stronger. So, enemies shown off. It's actually time to move into the graveyard. The most fun place you want to be the moment things get haunted. Most of the trash bins here are not really something you want to take a look at, because they're all going to be enemies. But there's also normal ghosts floating around. And it's getting a little bit crowded here. Zombie possessors, these guys are called. And they actually can inflict a very annoying status ailment, so hopefully I'm going to get lucky. But usually you don't. Because these guys can actually possess you. No, he's going to summon first. Both of them will, but both of them also fail. Let's get rid of you first. And secretly, I do want these guys to actually possess me, so I can show that off. No, this is solidifying. That will actually freeze you dead to your tracks. Usually only lasts for one turn. As you can see, it already wears off. But that will actually force you to skip a turn. The moment they solidify you. Okay, now it's Paula's turn to solidify for a moment. They're still not gone yet, so... Stop solidifying me. Possess me already. That's way more fun. Since we're still in town, there is a hospital nearby, so... Getting possessed is not really a bad thing if that happens here. Yeah, there we go. We get possessed. Possession is actually a pretty fun status ailment. Every once in a while, that ghost will actually attack you for little damage. And it will also keep following you around on the overworld. It actually looks pretty fun. Just for that reason, it's actually a pretty fun status ailment. But now that we've seen that, let's go finish them off. And now we're both possessed. One was enough, come on. No, I did promise you the enemies are going to be more annoying at this point in the game. But as you can see, there's a little ghosty floating around us now. And therefore saying, this is the kind of status ailment that does not wear off the moment the battle is over. It will keep on following you until you heal it. Oh, what do we have here? He stares into your soul. He looks you over. Okay, apparently we're not interesting enough. As you can see, there is a staircase leading downwards. That is obviously where we need to go. However, there's a couple of zombies blocking the path. And they are not interested in us. They will not move. So we need to do something else. Allow me to point out, you do need to actually talk to these guys. Otherwise, the next part does not trigger. You do need to actually see that point. Otherwise, this won't work. But after you've seen these guys, you're going to want to go to the hospital first if you're possessed. Otherwise, you're going to want to go to the hotel. But first, let's get rid of the ghosts floating around us. For that, you're going to want to purify yourself. And that will actually get rid of ghosts following you. And right now it's actually required for both of our party members, because Paula also got hunted. Purify Paula. I have more than enough money at this point, so I don't really care about the $140. And we're still not done with spending money, because the next step is heading towards the hotel, which we can find at the west part of town. At least I'm pretty sure that's where it is. Okay, maxed out. Now let's go see if we can find a hotel. That's what you get for not bringing a map. But the place is not too big, so it can't be too far off. Oh, here it is. In the center of town, apparently. And there's a mysterious lady standing in front of the hotel. Oh, and she's going in. Let's go follow her then. Hi, ma'am. Oh, she's running off again. What do you want from us? Now she's going in there, in that room. We are intrigued. Oh, it's a trap! We got ambushed by ghosts. We get knocked out. Uh-oh, you're losing consciousness. What could be the fate of Treecks and his friend? Uh-oh. I think we're in trouble. They knocked us out and locked us in. The door is locked. But luckily we have Paula and her telekinesis. I'm calling out to you, who I've never met. I'm calling our friend, who we've never met. Jeff! Jeff! We need your help. I am Paula, and I am with another friend, Treecks. We are trying to contact you. We are stuck, but Paula knows there's a third party member pretty close by, and he can actually help save us. Here in Winters, a small country to the north, we can actually find our third party member. In this building, the Snowwood boarding house, we will find the Lloyd of this game, the nerd Jeff. And he's going to be our savior. I am Paula, and I am with another friend, Treecks. We are trying to contact you. If you hear me, please wake up and head south. Only you, though far away, can save us, Jeff. Please hear my call and begin heading south. Jeff, you are a friend who we've never met, but you are our one and only hope. And press down, and we're out of bed. And in control of the new character, Jeff, the third member of our crew. Obviously, he comes at level 1, just like Paula did. But in his case, it's not really that bad, because he's going to have a little adventure of his own, making him ready in the meantime. And speaking of being ready, Jeff, where are you going in the middle of the night? You know the dorm rules, right? If you get caught, you'll get punished big time. What's wrong, Jeff? Alright. There must be some reason that I don't understand. I won't stop you. But it's dangerous to leave without taking anything along. Hey, I think there's some stuff in the locker room that you should get. I'll help you get out of here. Okay, that went easy. We get accompanied by Tony, Jeff's best friend, here at the boarding school. Oh, apparently we're not the only ones awake in the middle of the night. There's a whole gang here. And these guys we can actually talk to for some hints. I heard a creature called Tessie lives in the southern lake. I don't believe it. I think somebody made a model and placed it in the lake. Yeah, just like in Loch Ness. Similar story. I heard a more interesting story than the rumor about Tessie. It's about the cave boys at Stonehenge. Many claim to have actually seen them. Cave boys, huh? Sounds interesting. Just like Stonehenge itself. Ooh, Christmas came early this year. All of these presents will actually have cookies in them. So stock up on healing items for the level 1 Jeff right over here. Every single one of them. Filling our entire inventory with cookies. And then talk to this guy. Jeff, I can't believe you could do something so nasty. We steal all of your cookies. We may be a nerd, but we're also badass. Let's go see if we can find something interesting downstairs. Ooh, science room. That is something a nerd like Jeff should be interested in. Oh, Jeff and Tony. You startled me. Are you looking for a late night snack? I'm having some trouble with my project. If only Jeff's father, Dr. Endenuts, were here. He'd be able to provide a great deal of help. I heard he's an outstanding person. He was the first leader of our Ultra Science Club. I heard he's greater than Einstein or Heisenberg. Rumor has it that he's very strange. If you're heading to the locker room, take this key along. It's a little bent though. Oh, interesting. A bent key. But it is still the key to the locker room. If you leave, call me and I'll record your adventure. It's like saving the game. Apparently you're the phone of this place. The place does not really have a phone, but you can use him to actually save your game if you would want to. In the meantime, we are going to continue to the locker room. There should be some weapons we can use right over here before heading to our adventure. However, the problem... the key is bent and it does not fit into the keyhole. Yeah, we were afraid of that. But it is easily solved by just going out again, back to the same fellow, and he will have a very convenient invention for us. Very convenient. The key didn't work, did it? I thought that might be the case. So I invented the machine that opens doors, especially when you have a slightly bad key. How convenient. The game really loves that. Sorry for the inconvenience. Jeff got the bad key machine. If you are Dr. Endenuts' son, you should be able to repair small tools and make them useful. Just try to keep a positive attitude. Oh, there's an interesting hint. Any broken item that you find in this game that is actually called broken something, Jeff can actually repair, depending on how high his IQ is. But more on that later. First we're going to want to use this in order to open up these lockers. Some of them are going to be empty, but some of them will actually have some items that we can use. Okay, these first two are empty. The third one is also empty. Should be at least one thing in this bottom row. Yeah, there we go. Holmes' hat. First equipment for Jeff. He's level 1, only has a defense of 2. So he's going to die pretty quickly if we start engaging. We need some defense. It is now 12. And that is 1. But there should be more. Let's move on to the top row. Oh yeah, and of course our inventory is full, so... time for a late night snack. Should be one more thing we need to carry, so... Broken air gun. Alongside the broken spray can, the second broken item we have now. So the moment we get the opportunity, we should be able to try to fix that. Let's in the meantime continue opening lockers. And here we find the pop gun. An item that is not broken and therefore something we can use. This is Jeff's first weapon. Increasing his offense to 18. And the final one should be empty because I'm pretty sure this was all. Yeah, that was all. We are done here. Broken item in hand. Alongside with the one we already had. And 2 equipment items. 1 weapon and 1 defense item. Jeff is ready to go into the world of winters. And Tony's going to help us. Okay, now use me as a step and climb over the gate. Well, I'll say goodbye for now. I don't know where you're going or why, but remember, we are best friends forever. Indeed, only a good friend will help me escape the dormitory. We are now in winters, and right next to the school we can actually find the shop already, which is actually drugstore best friend. And that is not a coincidence. Let's head in. No, apparently I've been playing too long. And even if we're playing as Jeff, it is still Ness's father that actually calls us. He even says so. This isn't Ness. Interesting. Yeah, I always play for far too long, I know. But it is easily ignored. Here in the drugstore you can actually find out there's a lot of neat things we can buy. This is a pretty high level store in all honesty. Only problem is with our measly $2, none of it is actually going to be our cup of tea. But you can clearly see here in winters there is a lot of things worth buying. But for now, Jeff is a poor man. He's only level 1. And a reason for going into the drugstore is not per se to buy things that we cannot do. But we can actually take the monkey along. And this lady over here will actually talk about how we need to do that. The monkey apparently likes bubblegum a lot. And besides that, if we give her $1, we can bring along the monkey. And apparently we need to make some room, because we need to carry around some bubblegum. The monkey itself won't take any inventory space, but the bubblegum we get, that will, so... Here we go. A pack of bubblegum. Apparently something this monkey likes a lot. So, let's give it to him. Give me some gum. The monkey's got a piece of bubblegum from Jeff and blew a bubble. Ooh, he can fly with it. Interesting. And indeed, that's the reason why we want to bring him along. The bubble monkey joins us. Functioning as our second temporary party member now. And there's magic butterflies flying around here, but they're useless for Jeff. Just like Lloyd in the first Mother game, the geek of the party, the scientist of the party, is not able to use magic powers. But we can still battle, of course. But Jeff actually needs to do it in a different way. Let's go to his first battle. Level 1 versus level 1 Spiteful Crows. Oh, it's been so long since these guys were actually on our level. But now they are again. Monkey can also do some attacking, as you can see. Helping us win these battles, even though we're still pretty weak ourselves. Yeah, let's just throw away a cookie. First battle is not enough to level up. But we do want to make use of these battles in this area to get Jeff up to speed. In this area we can also find these tents. These are also interesting to look at. People are talking about how this place has changed. And you can also heal yourself in these tents. Not every single one of them is going to have people in them, but some of them will. And all of them that do can actually provide some healing. And therefore you can actually do some experience grinding with Jeff while you're at it. Because it's not going to be a surprise. Jeff is eventually going to end up at Ness and Paula. And if he does, he needs to be at their level. So he can actually help in the party. So leveling up needs to happen. And this should be the first level up, because I'm pretty sure level 2 requires 5 experience, which we now have. So Jeff grows to level 2. And those are his first steps into the battle world. In the meantime, we're going to want to go south, like Paula said. Oh, there's a new enemy, so let's go try to face you. Also would like to show off all of the enemies here, of course. Oh, awesome, we can already take out the crows with the green swirl. Interesting. It definitely makes leveling up even easier. But these guys are more formidable. The crows are level 1 enemies, but these guys aren't. Oh, but even these guys you can take out with the green swirl. Yeah, officially this is still chapter 3 after all, so... Even though we are fighting with a weaker party member now, officially it's still chapter 3, so all the chapter 1 enemies we can still take out in one hit, even with Jeff. Gruff goats are actually new enemies, they are unique to winters. And definitely the most formidable type of foe you can actually find here. But therefore also worth the most experience points, of course, so... These guys we're going to want to take out. There's lots of tents nearby to heal, so you don't have to worry about these guys actually hurting you a lot. Even though we don't have any magic with Jeff, he does not need it. He can heal in the tents. Or by eating cookies, of course. Level 3. Already making progress. It would be nice if we can actually engage the dogs here too. As we have not seen yet. Here's another crow. Let's make sure we can keep the new cookie we're going to get. We're not full health anyway, so... Let's go for a green swirl. So we don't even have to fight you. The crows always drop cookies, so... Thank you. Let's show off how the healing works here. We get offered a cup of tea. And after it, we're full health again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for watching. And you're going to have to wait. I'll engage you next time. I'm out of video time for today. We have started with our quote-unquote second adventure. Ness and Paula are stuck in Threed. They got ambushed by the ghosts there. But there's still hope for them. There is Jeff, who lives in a country far up north, but he is on his way to Threed as well to save the duo and add himself as the third party member of the crew. But first, he needs to survive his own adventure. Thank you all for watching. See you folks next time in part 11 of EarthBound. Treecks out!